Alright guys, Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince is releasing in a couple of days as of the time of this video going live, and with that I wanted to go over my game plan for release like we do with any major releases in the genre. So first things first, I actually have been in contact with Square Enix, and unfortunately they're not providing early copies for any content creators. I'm sure the regular journalists like IGN and them will probably have their hands on the game early, but in terms of content creators, I've been told that nobody's getting early access. So unlike with some previous game launches, I won't be able to go crazy with the content prep and start throwing out like triple uploads every day like I did with Coromon or any of the other games that I had early access to. That being said, the Dragon Quest Monsters demo has given us a lot of stuff to work with, and that coupled with the fact that I will be able to get it a little bit early with time zone shenanigans will set us up for the first content push. So the game plan is essentially the first couple of days of launch, I'm going to be spending both of my off days grinding the game and creating Let's Plays for you guys. So every single day from the day of launch, we will get a new Let's Play episode. And I've been also preparing some very basic overview guides and breakdowns of the game's systems, because in reality, I know that the vast majority of players will likely be new to Dragon Quest Monsters, and I've noticed with a lot of long-standing franchises, I've seen this with Monster Rancher as well, there are these really hardcore dedicated communities that sometimes can be a little protective and kind of elitist with newer people joining their community, and that's not what's going to happen here. I was never a massive Dragon Quest Monsters maniac or anything like that. I did play the original, but I'll be learning just as much as you guys as I go, and we're going to be introducing people to the game systems instead of overwhelming them with all of the nitty-gritty stuff right off the bat. It's also no secret that the Nintendo Switch has bumped sales for a lot of franchises like Shin Megami Tensei 5, seeing record numbers and a ton of brand new players. Same goes for Monster Hunter Stories 2, and I don't think Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince will be any different on that front. So we'll be going through some basic overviews like how tactics work, how monster sizes can affect combat, some tips and tricks, a fusion/synthesis overview, how to increase your chances at scouting, how talent points and talents work, and more. And those guides will start dropping tomorrow, and essentially you can expect a guide/breakdown video alongside a Let's Play every day moving forward for a total of 2 videos per day and no sleep for Ed. From there, as I get more familiar with the game and its systems, I'd like the second week to dive into some of the more intermediate and complex topics. These might include strategies or early places to grind, monster locations, or whatever. I can't really tell you guys what these types of guides are going to be. I'm going to have to see as I play the game what I feel is guide worthy, and we'll pretty much go from there. December is going to be a month that is full of Dragon Quest Monsters content, so definitely make sure to subscribe so you get up to date on all of it. We'll have a review out as soon as possible as well, and towards the middle or the end of the month, I'm also going to try to convince some of you Dragon Quest Monsters fans to try out some other monster taming games as well, because if this is your first time watching me, I'm a channel dedicated to covering the latest monster taming games, and if you are someone who wants to be a monster wrangler or a monster trainer or a monster tamer or whatever, this is the place to be, because we go pretty hard over here. But yeah, that's a basic gist of what's going to be going on. We're going to be going pretty hard, especially in the first couple of weeks. Start off with some entry-level stuff because I know a lot of you guys are going to need it. This is a very different game than Pokemon or most monster taming games we've covered on the channel. Then we'll go into some more of the nitty-gritty stuff and just kind of have fun with it. I do look forward to this month quite a bit and would love to have you all along for the ride. You can also check out my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, and channel memberships down below, or even my PayPal link if you want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel. It's no secret that I've been doing a lot of overtime lately, but the more successful this channel is from a monetary perspective, the more videos I can make and the less overtime I have to do. Other than that, special thanks to our supporters, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Candy Morency, and Tragsoft, and I'll see you next time. Peace.